Good day.
From KDFW Fox 4, the only local news at 7 a.m. Thanks for choosing Good Day on Fox 4.
Police are investigating this man's report that he was attacked in the driveway of his own home. We'll have the latest.
Investigators are trying to figure out if a piece of a plane found on a remote island is wreckage from the missing Malaysian airline flight.
And we're tracking a cold front that's going to be impacting North Texas, though you might not even know it's here. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Good morning. It's Thursday, July 30th. I'm Lauren Prispel.
And I'm Tim Ryan. Dallas police are looking for two men after a violent attack outside a home early this morning.
Fox 4's Dion England's live at police headquarters with the latest. Dion?
Yeah, that's right. Two men on the run. Police trying to track them down after a bold attempted robbery. It happened overnight in East Dallas. South Beacon Street police say a man was sitting in his car in front of his home when those two suspects approached him wearing bandanas. Now, investigators say things quickly turned violent. The men hit the man in his car, but also hit him about his face and head. And at one point, reportedly shots were fired, though police are still trying to confirm that. But as for the victim, he was not seriously injured. He was treated but not transported to a hospital. No doubt police continuing to talk to him in their efforts to track these suspects down and get them off the street. It's the latest live here at DPD headquarters. Tim, Lauren, back to you.
Oh, you ready for a cold front?
At this time of year, they're just so underwhelming, aren't they,
Bless
Jen?
you. Yep, sorry.
Yeah.
Todd keeps, are you coughing or sneezing?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, then I don't have to blast him.
Thank you.
We're still looking at the showers and thunderstorms that are crossing the Oklahoma and Kansas border. Of course, with the cold front that's heading towards North Texas, we were really excited to see the moisture with this system. Unfortunately, you know the drill with this. They kind of approach the Red River and then they basically fizzle out. We are still right here, there, drawn in. That's where the cold front is. You can see the temperatures behind the front a little bit cooler, but not by much. I mean, the temperature difference between Springfield and Tulsa is less than 10 degrees. So this isn't a potent cold front, either in terms of moisture or in temperatures, but it will change things for the weekend in the right direction, at least in my opinion. So we're going to talk about that in a second. First temps this morning, 70s, low 80s. I mean, Todd, we could have taken yesterday's morning temps, put them in today, and nobody would have known the difference.
It's kind of the same thing, but it's going to change a little bit.
Steady.
A little bit. Couple of degrees. We'll take that this weekend. Right now, we'll take, well, we won't take this. This is actually an accident that occurred on LBJ, and we're going to zoom in on our traffic map and show you exactly where we're talking about. 635 LBJ at 75 Central. We call it the High Five interchange, and it's a tough spot to have a problem because it's going to affect some major freeways, both 75 and LBJ eventually. The eastbound direction of 635 approaching 75 Central, an overturned vehicle is blocking the two right lanes right around Coit. In fact, here's a TxDOT shot of that location. You can see the vehicle, the red vehicle. It's on its back, all four wheels up in the air, the flashing lights helping to block off part of the scene, and your backup is going to extend in both directions with some onlooker backup on the westbound side. It is slow now all the way back through towards Garland, back to Northwest Highway. So expect a heavy drive there as you make your way in towards the 75 635 interchange. And in Fort Worth, a bit of construction to watch out for this morning. It's on I-35 around Northeast 28th Street. I'm Todd Caruth. Good day traffic.
Thanks. Well, debris that was found on a remote Indian Ocean island, maybe from missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370.
This is giving hope to the families of the 239 people who were on board that flight. Fox's Jackie Ibanez reports.
New developments in the search for missing Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 as aircraft debris washes up Wednesday on the French island of Reunion in the western Indian Ocean. The 6-foot piece of wreckage, which appears to be part of a wing, was found by people cleaning up a beach.
We need to verify whatever wreckage found need to be further verified before we can further confirm whether it belongs to MH370.
U.S. officials say air safety investigators have a, quote, high degree of confidence that the debris is from a Boeing 777, the same model as the plane that disappeared in March of 2014.
The part has pretty much been identified as being a flaperon, a part of the wing. And we've had sources that work inside of Boeing where they were frantically looking at photos of this, comparing it to diagrams of the aircraft to see. And they also confirm that this is a 777. But of course, until they actually get to the aircraft and actually look at individual markings, they can't make that determination.
If the part belongs to Flight 370, it could provide valuable clues to investigators trying to figure out what caused the aircraft to vanish in the first place. The plane was heading from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing when it disappeared from radar, hundreds of miles from where the debris was found.
You would hope it would help them narrow the search, maybe, backtrack and look on charts and currents and winds and maybe give them a little better idea, but we'll see.
The Malaysian government has officially declared the disappearance an accident and says all 239 people on board the flight are presumed dead. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
Philip Wood, a Keller native seen here on Facebook, was the only American on board. He was an IBM executive working in Kuala Lumpur on his way to see his girlfriend in Beijing. Wood has family here in North Texas. The new head of the TSA says there's an investigation into how a Garland man got on a plane at DFW Airport with no ticket, no ID.
Really did not have very many answers at all during a hearing on Capitol Hill where he faced some tough questions. Demarius Cockeram was arrested Sunday night after he walked past TSA security screeners right onto an American Airlines flight. Members of Congress also want answers about a report earlier this year that undercover agents smuggled fake explosives and weapons right past the TSA.
The immediate need is to train out those failures so that we don't have a repeat of those. We are now in the process of doing that over the course of the next 60 days. By the end of September, we will have trained the failure, the specifics about the failures to every frontline member of TSA.
2 airport cameras captured the incident on Sunday night, but the TSA is not releasing the DFW airport video. A man caught drunk behind the wheel 10 times, and that was only the number of times he was caught, may never drive again.
He was sentenced to 50 years in state prison for the death of a child. Stuart Richardson, a 10-time offender, drove into a family's van at an Arlington intersection 6 years ago. 2-year-old Abdullah Cotter suffered brain damage and he died, leading to the charge against Richardson. The boy's mother confronted the habitual drunken driver before he heads to prison.
I already did forgive you, and I have nothing to do with you after today. But wake up that conscience, get closer to God. Ask Him for forgiveness. Ask Abdullah for forgiveness.
Richardson has been in jail since the accident and would not be eligible for parole until he's 76 years old. State lawmakers want answers about the death of a woman in jail near Houston.
That hearing will look into the death of Sandra Bland, who, according to the Waller County Jail, folks, hanged herself after her arrest. She'd been arrested after a traffic stop and kicking a state trooper. The Texas Rangers and FBI are still investigating the death of the 28-year-old woman. A University of Cincinnati police officer is facing murder charges for the shooting death of a driver that happened during a traffic stop. The officer's body camera recorded the shooting. A warning, the video is disturbing.
Go and take your seatbelt off. Stop!
The driver, Samuel Dubose, was pulled over 12 days ago because he did not have a front license plate. Turned out his driver's license was suspended as well. The campus officer, Ray Tensing, claimed he was being dragged down the street by the car, but the just released video shows that was not true. If convicted, Officer Tensing could get life in prison. Folks who run Planned Parenthood in Texas skipped a hearing at the state capitol on controversial new videos.
Members of the Health and Human Services Committee scolded the group for not being there. Undercover videos appear to show Planned Parenthood selling fetal tissue. The organization denies the accusations. During the hearing, the Texas Attorney General said similar Planned Parenthood videos have been sent to his office. An attorney for Planned Parenthood did eventually show up but declined to testify.
We're not a civil court, we're not a criminal court, but we are a fact-finding committee, and so I think it's only fair to everyone involved that we wait until we hear all of the facts.
The hearing comes as Republicans in the U.S. Senate plan a vote to stop any federal funds from going to Planned Parenthood. That vote is now expected to come early next week. Former Texas Governor, presidential candidate Rick Perry's firing back at criticism from billionaire Donald Trump.
Trump said Perry mishandled border security here in Texas. The Donald says Perry has no place in next week's first Republican debate. Perry says he has more experience than anyone in the race on issues like border security and immigration.
We sent our National Guard, we sent our Texas Ranger Recon, we sent our Parks and Wildlife Wardens literally in that river. You've been there, you've seen it. We had a 74% decrease in the number of apprehensions. I know how to secure that border.
Perry later came up with a strange challenge to see who is more fit to be president. He said to the Donald, why don't we both do pull-ups? Make that 17 candidates for the Republican presidential nomination. This one, odds are you have never heard of. There he is, former Virginia Governor Jim Gilmore. Jim Gilmore reportedly filed the paperwork, told the Associated Press he will announce his candidacy in the next couple of weeks. Can't wait. We get a look at the health of the economy in a couple of minutes when the second quarter gross domestic product comes out. It's expected to show a 2.7% annual growth rate. Not terrific, but at least it's growing. Much better than that, and it might push the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates in September. The benchmark rate has been at or near zero since the recession of 2008 began. Jim Gilmore in the race for the White House now.
Now we know who he is. Well, sort of. 7-Eleven. North Texans continue to show their support for the Dallas Zoo following the death of a baby giraffe.
And FedEx Office is showing off its nearly completed new corporate headquarters right here in North Texas.
Plus, there's a slight chance of rain tomorrow. A lot of heat in the forecast, though. Jennifer has the details when we come back. All right. I feel like we're in the middle of summer, just kind of stuck in the heat right now. Not that I'm complaining.
We're okay with that.
I'm complaining. You don't have to. I do enough complaining for the three of us. And Todd, too.
Wow.
All four.
Yeah.
Taking responsibility this morning. Guys, Todd's like, wait, how did I get for you?
Todd's Switzerland today. He is neutral. He's like, nope.
Saw lots of viewers last night at the Best of Big D party.
How was that?
Oh, was that last night?
That was last night.
Congratulations. I didn't realize that was last night.
I had to sneak in.
You
They never sent the tickets over.
Oh.
So
Didn't you just walk in and say, "I'm Tim Ryan. I'm the Best of Big D"?
Right, and the guy goes,
"Who?
Where's your ticket, Mr. Hotshot, big stuff."
Okay, so your title,
Mr. Nobody.
So we had told everyone not to vote for you, but our viewers were very sweet and voted.
Thanks
so
a lot.
That's really nice.
How was the food?
Long lines for the food.
No.
Where was it at?
It was at the Bomb Factory in Deep Ellum.
Oh, fun.
Very hip. Lots of very trendy, hip people there. I felt Beth and I were terribly out of place.
Yeah? So did you leave? Yes.
Yes.
And it was probably past your bedtime, too.
The bedtime had something to do with it. The long lines for food had something to do with it. And the fact that everybody else there was so young and hip and cool.
Those hipsters.
Well,
making
congratulations.
Tim uncomfortable.
Best
So cute.
anchor in the Dallas area.
Yeah, good for
no
you.
No doubt.
Viewer's choice, not the D Magazine. D Magazine people go, who?
Well, thanks to the viewers who voted.
Right, thanks to the viewers, because thanks to you, I got 2 beers for free.
Score. Better than nothing.
Yeah.
At least you got to go out.
It's true.
And plus the hipster watching, sounds like it was great.
Hipster watching was, I was ankle deep in hipsters.
Well, we are just starting off beautifully this morning. This is a live look from Heath. No clouds in the sky, lots of blue. Sun has now been up for almost a half an hour. So temperature is really going to follow suit. Nice clear visibilities too. Perfect 10s across the board except for Terrell, but you're at 9. So really at this point, not a big difference, but not going to be seeing any issues with fog this morning slowing you down if you're traveling by car. Temperature wise, it's 74 in Gainesville, 74 in Denton, 74 in McKinney, 83 in both Dallas and Fort Worth. And right now you can see those winds, not too bad, between calm, 3, 7, only going to pick up to maybe 5 to 10 this afternoon, even with that cold frontal passage that's going to happen as the day rolls on. Normally with cold fronts, you typically see a change in temperatures, also some moisture, and also an increase in winds. This just isn't that potent of a system, so of course we're not going to be seeing big changes here, but we'd like to. Normally for this time of year, we top out at 97. Record for today is 106. We should get up to 101. Not quite as warm as yesterday's 102, which, by the way, was the warmest so far this year. By lunchtime today, between 92 and 95. Even as you go farther to the south, it could be warmer than that. I think this model gets a little excited there. And you're saying, so where's this cold front? Well, you could barely see just a tiny temperature change difference. You could see almost a little flux kind of coming down as we go towards 5:30. That's when it'll start crossing the Red River and then go a little bit farther south as we go throughout the afternoon. And as it does, not going to really see the temperature change difference today. It's all about tomorrow. But today, it will be hot. 103 heat index in DFW, could even get up to 105 in some spots. So just know you might want to take it slow. It's not heat advisory kind of weather, but still it's close enough to still say you might want to take it slow out there. So dry this morning. This afternoon, there's a chance of rain, but it's toward east and northeast thanks to that frontal system. We see Friday's chance does include the Metroplex at 20%, only 10% for the weekend to start things off. But I really think most spots will stay dry all weekend long. I'm loving the high temps, 96 and 97. Todd?
And the biggest issue this morning continues to be the problem with the overturned vehicle on 635 LBJ. Let's zoom in on the High 5 interchange. Yeah, it's a tough spot to have a problem. Right here on eastbound 635 approaching 75 Central, right around Coit in the eastbound lanes, the overturned vehicle. You've got a little bit of a backup here. Well, actually, a pretty decent sized backup to the tollway on the eastbound side. And then onlookers are keeping it slow across North Dallas. And then notice that traffic is already heavy, a little slow here on 635 LBJ, making the curve up towards the High 5 interchange. Here's the text dot shot. That's the vehicle that's overturned. Need to get this little red car flipped back over on its feet and out of the way as quickly as possible. Emergency crews are on the scene. This is going to be here for some time. Another accident in the Dallas area to watch out for, 175 CF Hahn westbound direction, right around Bear, not Bexar, it's Bear. Learn that one as you head up towards 175 and 45 merge here into downtown Dallas. And popping over to Fort Worth, it's construction that's causing the biggest slowdown this morning. I-35 northbound around Northeast 28th Street. You can see that's the symbol there showing you the construction and the slowdown as you head back coming in from downtown Fort Worth, northbound past 121 and continuing on up to the North Loop. I'm Todd Caruth. Good day traffic.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around.
20 minutes after 7 o'clock on a pre-Friday, the new FedEx office headquarters in Plano is, it used to be called Kinko's. It's
Right.
FedEx office now.
Yes.
I could
Kinko's.
still call it Kinko's.
Right.
Anyway, it's in Plano, almost ready for move-in day.
Company is combining its Dallas headquarters and then the Plano support office. They're basically putting them all together in one big building. It's going to house 1,200 employees. The building has a mock retail store, fitness center, and a cafeteria.
Our goal here is to support the 1,800 retail stores, and by making this a great place, we'll be really able to support the stores out in the field. Several of our team members.
The 265,000 square foot office space is going to open in September. Toyota and Liberty Mutual Insurance are also building in that same part of Plano. With home prices rising, renters trying to save for a down payment are having a harder time these days, and people who rent homes actually saw prices rise 4% over this same time last year.
It's true, the fastest increases are in hot markets like Denver, San Francisco, San Jose, California. Interestingly, average rents in some places, New York, LA, and Washington, D.C., went down. I'm still looking for the DFW numbers. Haven't found
I feel like
yet.
they've gone up. That's just a feeling, though. Not official. You think
It's
they've gone
interesting.
down?
Our daughter and son-in-law saw theirs go down. Our son's apartment was, or actually theirs went up and our son's went down.
So maybe it just depends on your location.
Yeah, they look at the rents within a couple of miles.
Right. Yeah. It is 7:21.
Been a tough couple of days at the Dallas Zoo as visitors mourn the death of a baby giraffe. We'll have more.
Friends, family, even strangers trying to help out a Fort Worth police officer. How you can help the family with their newborn's medical bills.
And here are the winning lottery numbers.
Every time it rains, Panthers from heaven. Shooby-dooby. Don't you know each cloud contains Panthers from heaven? Shooby-dooby. You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down and trading for a package of
It is 7:25 right now. Visitors to the Dallas Zoo found a subdued mood following the death of a baby giraffe.
Yeah, the zoo says the death of a 3-month-old chimpanzee was an accident. She was running with other animals. She stuck her neck on the side of the giraffe exclosure, breaking it. She died instantly.
We just explained, it's the circle of life and it's an accident, and it's just the way life goes and carries on.
It's kind of sad because she was only 3 months old and that she's died so fast.
In April, roughly 2 million people tuned in to watch chimpanzee's birth on a live stream that was set up by Animal Planet. Well, people in a Houston luxury apartment complex had quite the scare this week. It was a cobra in like a downtown apartment complex.
And more than one idiot who lives there stopped to actually take pictures instead of running like a scared child, which is what you should do if you see a deadly snake in the halls of your luxury high-rise apartment. Houston animal control workers caught it. It's not clear where the snake came from, but my guess would be Africa.
Oh, I'm sure it came from somebody's apartment.
I know.
And it just got loose. But let me that's not cool.
Well, they're illegal in the city of Houston. You can get a permit, you can get a federal permit to have them, but not in the city of Houston.
No, so someone obviously was keeping it and shouldn't have been. I know, Jen.
What?
I didn't realize my mic was open. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about telling the snake that he was violating city code by being there, and it's not going to help. Beautiful day to head to the pool. Gorgeous temperatures. We've got, well, it depends on what you're talking about. Gorgeous temperature. It's perfect for the pool. 101 this afternoon. It was 102 yesterday. Man, great time to head out to area lakes as well. Plenty of sunshine. All the rain chances stay to the east today. But Todd, I think the actual Metroplex will have a better chance tomorrow to see some of those showers and storms. And by better chance, I mean 20%. And by 20%, I mean 80% will stay dry.
We'll take that. Take
Better
20%.
than nothing.
My flowers and my grass will take that. That's for sure. My front yard needs it a little bit. Right now, the roadways need some help, especially on 635 LBJ. Let's zoom in on the High-5 interchange and show you what's happening here. An overturned vehicle blocking the 2 right lanes along eastbound 635. Right around Coit before you get to 75 Central, you've got slow traffic on the eastbound side. The backup extends to the tollway. That westbound traffic, the onlooker slowdowns continue through the area, and it's typically pretty slow already coming up from, let's say, Northwest Highway along 635 and approaching the High-5 interchange. Another accident to watch out for is going to be on 121. This is southbound the Sam Rayburn Tollway right past FM 544 or Parker Road, whichever one you prefer. But 2 right lanes are blocked off there as well, and that backup is building on 121 up in Carrollton, so watch for delays there. I'm Todd Caruth. Good day traffic.
Thanks. Well, fellow officers and friends and families are stepping up, and you can as well, to help with the medical expenses for the family of a Fort Worth police officer.
The newborn Annalyn Magnon is suffering unexplained seizures. The officer's brother set up an online fundraiser.
Not only my department that I work for, but others, and never would I have known that it would go this far.
Even friends of officers or family of officers, they're all coming together and donating and sharing.
Okay, so the goal was to raise $15,000, and we just found out this morning they've topped that.
Just over 15,000.
Just
right
over
now.
15. Right. Of course, they could use some more. We have a link to the fundraising page on our website, fox4news.com. It's so hard to see something so tiny like that struggling, and hopefully this will help a little bit. It is 7:28. A teen walks out of her new job at JCPenney's because her outfit was considered too revealing. She says she's confused. We'll talk about that coming up.
And the folks at the greatest show on earth making another bold claim that this season's show is legendary. We sent Dan Godwin there to find out why.
Waking up all North Texas in high definition. Thanks for watching Good Day on Fox 4.
Police are investigating an attack outside a home in East Dallas as an attempted robbery.
Deanna Anglin live at police headquarters to explain what happened.
That's right. Details are unfolding, but police say for now they are treating this as an attempted robbery. East Dallas overnight. Police say a man sitting in his car in front of his home in the 400 block of South Beacon Street. Investigators say 2 suspects wearing bandanas approached the man. Police say they hit him in the face and head. He also suffered a puncture wound to the face. Apparently, the suspects fled without getting anything. Police are still investigating this. Reportedly, shots were fired, but investigators say they have yet to confirm that. The victim injured, treated for those injuries, but he was not transported to a hospital. It's the latest live here at DPD headquarters. Tim, Lauren, back to you.
Thanks, Deanna. Police in the Dallas suburb of Duncanville arrested an 18-year-old after they saw a video of an attack that was posted online.
The assault on a 14 and 17-year-old was reported, but the boys could not ID the attacker. After finding the video online, officers identified him as Cameron Hendricks.
He was pretty calm and not as aggressive during that situation that he was on picking on some kids in a park. Being a bully is not something you want to do. It's going to eventually come back and bite you.
Hendrick is facing 1 assault charge and a more serious charge of felony injury to a child on the 14-year-old. Well, the bug trucks are going to be on the streets of Dallas County tonight to prevent West Nile virus. One area is the 75134 zip code. That's in Lancaster in the southern part of the county. Another round of spraying is scheduled for Sunday there. Spraying is also going to take place tonight and Sunday in the 75141 zip code in Hutchins in southeast Dallas County. Weather permitting, crews are going to be spraying in the 75115 zip code in DeSoto, also in southern Dallas County, tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Well, a teenager quit her job as at the JCPenney store after she was sent home for wearing shorts that she was told were too revealing.
Right. Strangely, she had bought the shorts at the JCPenney career style section. Now, she's only 17 years old, but smart enough to figure out the order to go home and change was ridiculous. She says nobody talked about the dress code during orientation. And besides, why would you sell that outfit in the career section if it's inappropriate for a career?
Well, maybe they expected her to wear a dress or something, maybe pants. Maybe you can't wear shorts there. We'll have to look and see what their dress code says. Even if no one talked to her about it, maybe she got it like in a, either in like some email she was supposed to read or in some sort of, I'm sure there's some sort of form that you have to sign.
I get memos all the time. I don't read them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How many times do we get memos and then we just click accept?
Right. I just.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe there was something there. I feel like there's more to this.
Oh, something sinister?
No, I'm just saying, there's not many businesses where you can go and wear shorts. Just saying. That's it.
I think she looked nice.
She looks nice. I'm not saying she doesn't look nice. I'm just saying if you're in a professional setting, shorts is kind of hard to pull off.
I get memos from the bosses all the time, and it just depends which one sends it, whether or not I read it, Jen.
Can you hear me now? You can. I read all the memos, of course, since our bosses are watching now. We appreciate every single one
and
you send.
And we know you're not telling the truth.
We read and comprehend all of them.
Can I wear that tomorrow?
Yes, Todd, you can wear that tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. What happens when you say it. If you're going to say it, I'm going to bring it up.
I was going to wear it.
Let's take a look at the heat advisory that we have right now in effect for areas to our east. Remember, yesterday we had some of our northeastern counties in that heat advisory. Not so today. That's shifted a little bit farther to the west, or excuse me, to the east. And you can see places that were in it yesterday. Memphis, you actually get a break today from the heat, so that's great news there. Let's zoom in here and see what advisories we do have in effect. It is an air quality warning for the areas you see in gray. It does include the Metroplex. Once again, that's just for ozone levels, unhealthy for sensitive groups. So for those of you who are in that sensitive group, just make sure you are not spending too much time outdoors, Todd. So stay inside.
That's not a bad idea.
Yep.
Especially when it's so hot.
Brilliant.
Obviously. Brilliant. Brilliant. Genius, westbound, I-30 behind me. Reports of an accident involving a couple of vehicles here at Dolphin. Now, the ambulance just drove up, blocked off part of the scene, and then drove away, which tells me perhaps the injuries aren't that bad, or there are no injuries, hopefully. This is I-30 at Dolphin off on the left shoulder. You can see the courtesy vehicle moving over in position to tell everyone to get over to the right side and avoid that left shoulder on I-30 East R.L. Thornton Freeway. The big issue this morning continues to be on 635 LBJ near the High-5 interchange in the eastbound direction. You can see the overturned vehicle. If you kind of squint towards the middle, and that red car is on its top. It's upside down, all four wheels sticking straight up, still waiting for a wrecker to show up and hopefully get this vehicle back upright and out of the way. The two right lanes are blocked off. Your LBJ freeway, yeah, it is slow. Eastbound all the way back to the tollway, westbound side with onlookers pretty heavy in that High-5 interchange area this morning. I'm Todd Caruth. Good day traffic.
Dan Godwin live this morning at the American Airlines Center. Had time to do some shopping. 42 regular, maybe shorten the sleeves a little. Oh yes, the Circus is in town. We'll talk with some of the talented performers from the greatest show on earth coming up on Good Day.
Hey, welcome back. 20 minutes away from 8 o'clock. If you're watching the clock, pause just a minute. Dan is clowning around with the gang at the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus.
And he's getting a look at a motor high wire with a local guy behind the wheel. Is that what I hear, Dan?
That's right. Good morning, Tim and Lauren. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, prepare to be amazed. First, let's say hello to Yvonne Vargas, one of the circus clowns, and now we want to direct your attention to the gravity-defying, death-defying exploits of Ryan Schneider, way above, near the top of the big top. Hello, Ryan.
Hello. Good morning.
Okay, so how high up are you?
Right now, I'm about 35 feet above the ground.
And you're going to ride that motorcycle along the high wire. And of course, we also see your lovely assistant, Sabina.
Correct.
Ryan, you are a North Texas product, right?
That's correct. I grew up in Lake Dallas, Texas, just north of Dallas.
And you went to school, trapeze school, to learn this skill?
Well, I grew up and I rode motorcycles all as a kid, but then as I moved out to LA, I found a flying trapeze school, which introduced me more into the circus arts.
All right, well, why don't you fire up the engine and give us a look, just a sample of what visitors to the circus this year will be seeing. Okay, Yvonne, you've got some experience with acrobatics and trapeze, but what Ryan does, this to me looks, I mean, he's working without a net.
Yes, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty death-defying. But you know what? That's the greatest show on earth. It's live entertainment, and that's just one of many acts that you'll see. Ryan is amazing. His lovely assistant, Sabina, is also amazing. She's going to do a trick for you. And people love this. People love motorcycles. They love stunts. And you know what? The whole show is full of that. It's the greatest show on earth. It's the 144th edition. It's a brand new show. You have to come and see us.
All right, and I'll tell you what, Yvonne, you also, among your skill set, juggling. So let's take a look at what you can do with these 3 juggling clubs, right?
Sure. I've been juggling for a couple years, you know, clowning around, doing my thing, doing my shtick. Yeah.
Very, very nice. All right, as well as Yvonne was talking about, this is the 144th edition of the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, the greatest show on earth. Spectators will thrill this year to the Globe of Steel with 8 motorcycles speeding inside, the double trapeze, the Cossacks featuring the acrobatic artistry of very skilled riders on horseback, the China National Acrobatic Show, 85 animals, including Asian elephants, tigers, an African lion, African leopard, 21 dogs, 4 pigs, lots more to dazzle and delight. All right, the circus runs from July 29th tonight to August 4th here at the American Airlines Center, and then it moves over to Fort Worth. And when we come back, next hour on Good Day, the China acrobatic troupe that we talked about, we will be amazed by their exploits as well. For now, this is Dan and Yvonne live at the AAC.
Dan's going to leave us. He's joining the circus. He's out of here.
He's got the patter down. I mean, you know, if I were Ringmaster Dan,
yeah,
I'd be buying extra popcorn. It is 7:43 right now. Summer just got more interesting for the Texas Rangers, the baseball team and their fans, after the team acquired one of the best pitchers in the game.
Plus, we're in for more hot weather, a slight chance of rain. It's tiny, but it's out there. Jennifer has the forecast. Todd checks the morning commute.
Water is uncharacteristically glassy over in Lake Granbury this morning, thanks to the very calm winds. Great day to head out to the area lakes if you don't work. Hot weather, of course, it's great to cool off. 83 in both Dallas and Fort Worth, 74 in McKinney, 75 in Arlington. Look at those winds, they're calm. Dew points, 65 degrees, humidity fairly low, at least compared to yesterday at about 58%. Wind speeds, not just calm at Lake Granbury and DFW Airport, they're calm in most spots. That's why you don't see them even registering on this map. Places that do register like Wichita Falls, Sherman, and Corsicana, they're just at 3. And how about those top wind speeds in Mineral Wells? 7 miles an hour. We're really not expecting those to pick up too much this afternoon, only about 5 to 10, even with the passage of that front. The only thing you'll notice is the winds will change direction, not change speed. So temperatures right now, we're at 74 in Gainesville, 81 at DFW, 76 in Terrell, 76 as well there in Palestine. Very little temperature change, maybe 2 to 4 degrees warmer in some spots. Up towards the Red River, it's a little bit cooler, but at this point, not big changes. And of course, this is all out ahead of the front. Where is the front, you ask? I'm going to draw it in here for you right about there, and then it winds through Oklahoma and Kansas and then moves on towards the Ohio Valley. We are still technically under the high right now. That's why there's very little happening. But as that front continues to drop south, changes things ever so slightly for the weekend, but in the right direction. So I think we're enjoying that. As we look at temperatures by the noontime hour, 94 to 96. So it'll be hot for your lunch hour if you're planning on maybe going outside the office today. Just make sure you're keeping cool. You can see a little bit of green starting to pop in there at DFW. I think the model getting a little too excited on that. This is by 5:30 p.m. You see this model says 100. I think we'll top out at 101. But I want to share with you another model's interpretation of what we're expecting. Look at how much more moisture this one puts in. I think it way overdoes it. I mean, look at this. It looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. Green speckles everywhere. Though I do agree with temperatures. I think it does pretty well with temps. But moisture-wise, I really want to say most of this happens to our east. It finally gets a handle on things, but not until the latter parts of the model here by 7:30 p.m. But this, I completely and utterly agree with. About a 20% coverage and mostly east of the Metroplex. So that's what we're expecting. Now, over the past, week or so, we've had, now 3 triple-digit days? That's compared to 15 last year. Of course, nothing compared to the 70 plus that we had just a few years back. So we'll have another shot at triples today. Then we're back into the 90s for your Friday forecast, thanks to that cold front, and 90s for the weekend. Todd, how's traffic?
A little bit slow in some spots to watch out for, especially on 635 LBJ. Let's zoom in on eastbound LBJ between the tollway and 75 Central. The accident involving the overturned vehicle blocking the 2 right lanes. You've got onlooker backup on the westbound side. And then notice that 635 LBJ is slow from I-30 all the way up to the high 5. We're going to have a travel time for you on that area. Let you know how long it's going to take to get from point A to point B. Right now, here's one of the new TxDOT shots from the TexPress cameras, and you can see the overturned vehicle. Not sure why a wrecker hasn't shown up just yet. This has been here for some time, and I expect a wrecker to show up hopefully in the next couple of minutes to get this vehicle back on its wheels and flip back over. You've got slow go in this area. An accident clearing up on southbound 121 at FM 544, and then a collision clearing here on 175 CF1 as we whip around near Bear. Here's our travel times I promised you real quick. Notice that 635 LBJ slow go this morning, condition yellow from 80 up to the tollway, going from Mesquite towards the high 5 interchange. Your average speed about 28 miles per hour. I'm Todd Caruth. Good day traffic.
Tanaka sets a check of Hamilton, the 1-2 pitch. Line drive going to right field. Beltran coming on. He slides and he trapped it. Hamilton will come in to score to Shields with a base hit. The Rangers take a
Texas Rangers snapped their 3-game losing streak with a home win last night over the New York Yankees. They wrap up the series tonight. Even bigger than the game, the Rangers acquired one of the best pitchers in the big leagues this season. He's left-handed pitcher Cole Hamels. They also get a relief pitcher from the Philadelphia Phillies. Hamels pitched a no-hitter Saturday in Chicago. Texas unloads pitcher Matt Harrison and 3 minor league prospects. Hamels could make his Rangers debut this weekend in Arlington against the San Francisco Giants. So, start buying those World Series tickets, right? Well, you can tell it to Tim at 214-468-7447. Friday, the day for Tell It to Tim.
Love that music.
Do you? We'll use it more often. often.
Yeah, keeps you going.
Steal it from the sports guys. Coach Jason Garrett channeling the principal on Ferris Bueller's Day Off on the first day of training camp. Mincy.
Nowhere to be found. Funny, defensive end Jeremy Mincy not at camp in California. The team leader in sacks a year ago.
Mincy.
Yeah, he's looking for a new contract. They're looking for him. Nope. Now he can be fined $30,000 for every day he misses camp. Yep. Training camp started Wednesday with owner Jerry Jones' State of the Team address. Jones, usually pretty excited about the start of a new season, he was pretty calm, not joining in on fan predictions this year that include the Cowboys and, dare we say it, chances of going to the Super Bowl?
Well, I think as last year and those recent years, I'm going to keep avoiding it this year. We certainly have reason to be optimistic. It's not hard to project and say, boy, if we can do that last year, maybe we can get some more of that this year.
Cowboys' first practice is later this morning.
If we can do more of this, maybe we can get more of that.
That's always what you want, right?
Quote Jerry.
He had hip surgery. Just
okay.
Lay off him a little
Probably
bit,
still on painkillers, yeah.
It's 7:53.
Mincy.
It's not there. You're not going to find him. Country star Randy Rogers and his band preparing for a big show here in North Texas. First, they perform live on Good Day in the next hour.
It's farming with an urban twist, and it's coming to Big D, Little A, Double LAS. We're going to show you the place that will soon be a garden.
Powder your face with sunshine. Put on a great big smile.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. Where
did we find that song?
You not liking it this morning?
I love that song, but where did we find it?
Oh, we dusted it off.
Picturing this old...
Like Victrola?
Yeah.
We pulled the Victrola out of the basement using it this morning. Some Dallas residents hope to soon be selling food grown on a rooftop in Deep Ellum.
And Fox 4's Sean Rabb explains what's up.
What are you going to have here?
We're going to be selling locally grown, ripe, organic fruits and vegetables.
What types of fruits?
We'll have melons and squash, zucchini, tomatoes, leafy greens, herbs.
Climbing berries.
Meet a new generation of farmers with a new generation of farming.
We actually don't use dirt, so all the plots around here are not our forte.
So this is going to be a community farm, kind of community garden, an urban garden, but it's not going to be in the ground.
Correct.
No, it's going to be on a rooftop.
We grow aeroponically, so we use only water and air and nutrients, obviously.
Dallas Urban Farms website touts it as the first rooftop vertical farm in Texas using this technology.
So in this space, we're going to actually be wrapping the perimeter with 13 8-foot towers.
The space, the rooftop of the trio's Deep Ellum condo.
We have the opportunity of actually doing it aeroponically, using no dirt, recycling about 95% of the water. And on this rooftop, we're able to basically grow about the equivalent of an acre worth of farmland.
In this specific space, it's 15 by 15. We're going to have 572 plants growing.
While some folk in Deep Ellum are using rooftops for parking spaces, these folks using their rooftop and its deck for a new way of farming.
It's giving us the opportunity to, really bring food equality to this area. We want to basically be able to tackle and give everybody the opportunity of having fresh produce and local produce.
We're really trying to revolutionize the farming model to take advantage of urban spaces, transform those into sustainable, high-yield farms.
Next, the arrival of the aeroponic system. We'll keep you posted and let you know how the Dallas Farms urban rooftop garden grows. Sean Rabb, Fox 4 News.
All right, there you go.
That is fascinating.
I know.
Yeah.
I wonder how the food tastes. Like we always love the tomatoes that come out of the ground, like straight from your backyard. I wonder if they're as good.
We'll find out.
Might have to put it to the test.
We will duly report back. It is just about a minute away from the top of the hour. Coming up, first signs of that missing Malaysia Airlines flight in more than a year found far from the search area.
And police look for clues after a man was attacked outside his home.